What up, guys? If you're in Nigeria, you must have heard about the Naira that was meant to be launched on the 1st of October 2021 but was not launched. Now, if you have not heard about the Naira, where are you? Anyway, what I want to do in this video is to break it down for you. What is Naira really? What makes it different from the Naira we are already using? How can I get access to it? Is it compulsory? What are the disadvantages and advantages of the Naira? Why wasn't it launched on the 1st of October? And what is a lawsuit I hear about with respect to the Naira? All this is what I'll be breaking down in this video. There is also timestamp so that you can easily get to the section that you want. I believe this might be the most comprehensive video you'll be watching on the Naira. So subscribe if you have not and click that bell icon and let's get to this video. So what is the Naira? Naira is the Nigerian CBDC. CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. About 80% of central banks in the world are exploring this technology. Some are still conducting their research while others are already using this technology. So what is CBDC? The simplified definition is that it is a digital form of the paper money. But you might say the money that is in my bank account is already the digital form of my paper money. I mean, I can transfer money from my account to someone else's account without touching it. Yes.
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akian. And this is the current, thing at hand, okay? Going into the algorithm of the mark of the beast, the MOTB, the algorithm of Esau's New World Agenda, the algorithm of the ends of the world, all right? So what we have here, Nigeria launches Africa's first digital currency, the Naira. And we already know what this cryptocurrency, the blockchain, the federal, the central bank backed digital currency. We all know what it's going into. We all know the reason why there are these nations, okay, different nations are trying to develop their own digital currency in order to compete with, the cryptocurrencies that are out there, the bitcoins, the ethereums, and the like. We all know why they're out there, and what it is, basically Esau Edom is moving out of fiat currency, which is your paper money, the funny money, and he's moving to this digital currency because this is going to afford him more control concerning the transactions and the movement of money and resources in his kingdom. All right, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that, but basically, what is going on right now is that Esau Edom is steadily devaluing the the current fiat currency, the fiat currency that you have right now, and he wants to make this digital currency the new fiat currency. So your paper money is slowly being devalued to the point where it's going to be completely useless, even more useless than it's just basically going to be a fancy piece of paper. All right, because hyperinflation is coming, you know. And the funny thing is that, the funniest thing is that I was just going through, all right, the inflation crisis in Babylon the Great, and just found out that there is the inflation that we're always going into. It isn't even a real inflation, right? The prices didn't go up. It's just the goods because they are because there's a low supply of goods. The prices went up because of the low supply and high demand. So the reason why your food prices are hiking up to the point where, all right, meats and different groceries you have in Babylon the Great are twice the price is because there is no longer a supply. Okay, Esau is blocking the supply chain in order to starve out you people, to cause a manufactured famine. And that's the reason why the prices are going up. The inflation hasn't even started yet. I already see what is going on, man. Ooh, when you see things like this, you just bring it just your spirit because you know that the Most High is really about to put, the Most High is really the master chess player, man. Because once he just puts in that inflation and puts in that hyperinflation, man, the Babylon the Great is just going to basically the currency, the what little stability that kingdom has is just going to completely be blown out. It's going to be completely blown out of the water. Okay, so Now, going back to the digital currency, and let me just read a little bit of this article. Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, has launched the continent's first digital currency, the e-naira. I just remember that, if, all right, Lord willing, I'm going to put a video before this lesson, okay? So that just to go into the digital naira a little bit, just bring out some edification. And that video was actually 1 minute 44 seconds long. So that's 144 right there. Call Hawaii, Washing your shy. Anyway, the launch also ranks Nigeria among very few nations in the world to adopt the electronic money system, which leaders hope will help boost the country's GDP and fight inflation. The official launch of the Central Bank of Nigeria digital currency (CBDC) took place at the State House in Abuja on Monday, with top government officials attending. That's basically, that's basically all I'm going to read about it. Just going to go into the digital currency, what it actually is. It's not blockchain, this and that. All right, basically the technological jargon that Esau loves to go into. But we already know what all this is leading to. We already know what it really is. Okay, in through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, as it is written. This is that gradualism, okay? The miracles and the witchcraft that the scriptures talk about, that Esau, Edom's kingdom, the beast will be able to perform in the last days. Your economy will improve if you get the digital currency. All right. This currency is more valuable than the fiat currency, so you should get it in your digital wallet. You won't lose this money. You can't get it, it can't get hacked. The security is strong. You have your own token, you have this and that. It's easier, it makes payment far more convenient, right? The push for digitalization, the push for transhumanism, because that's what all this goes into, the whole digitalization of the whole planet, the Internet of Things, the 5G towers everywhere, it's all going into transhumanism. That's why you see through Elon Musk and through Mark Zuckerberg, they're preparing things like Neuralink, okay? Mark Zuckerberg's new virtual reality thing that he's doing. What Esau is trying to do is use his blessing to create a kingdom of heaven on this side with his only the only blessing that he has, because he can't get spiritual power. All right, the keyword there being spiritual, given by the spirits. So what does he do? He gets he creates his own carnal power through his technology. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that word right there, because this is actually this is actually important right here, because the word technology actually goes back to craft. All right, so now let me get it right here. Technology, and it goes back to the Greek word technologia, systematic treatment of an art, craft, or technique, originally referring to grammar, from techno or techne, skill, craft in work, method, system, and basically the main word is craft, okay, because that's exactly what this is of technology is. It is craft, it is handicraft, okay, it is handy, it is witchcraft, the power, is his power on the earth. And this is his spiritual power, this technology. That's why, you can that's what the scriptures talk about. And of course I'll get that preset as well. So let me go into this. Okay, don't have the blue letter out, so let me bring it out. So let me go into this first. We'll get all those precepts, the apocalypto. It always has to come out when we're talking about things like this. Alright, so the book of Daniel, chapter 8, going to the 25th verse, and it reads, and through his policy he shall also answer. Okay, Daniel 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And that's right, because right now in Esau's mind, he's safe. He believes he is safe in his technology. He believes that his blessings can protect him, can deliver him from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Even these low-level Edomites, they trust in their swords, they trust in their guns, they trust in their ability to they trust in their ability to build up resources for themselves, their doomsday prepping and the like. And they think that that can save them from the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But it can't, because the only thing that can save you from the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is this truth, all right? And the only thing that can save you from the judgment is if you are being delivered. And we all know that the only people that can receive deliverance are the elect of the nation of Israel. But this is all going into the same thing, okay? Esau Edom trying to build a kingdom for himself, okay, the kingdom of heaven for himself now on this side. So let me get this precept as well. I believe that is the book of Daniel. Not Daniel, but Job. Okay, let me get that. That he wants to crown his enterprise, his success, or I say, the fullness of his sufficiency. This is right here. All right, Job 20. So the book of Job 20. This is the book of Job 20, verse 22, and it reads, "In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating." And that's basically what this is going into. And what I want to actually bring out was, all right, another precept that I'll bring out is that Esau will not be able to crown his entire prize is success, right? Because the Most High is going to get him before he can accomplish what he's trying to accomplish. So let me get the precept going into what he's trying to accomplish. So this is the book of Revelations 13. So this is the book of Revelations 13, and I'll start from verse. It's tempting to read the whole thing, but let me just start from verse 4, all right? Revelation 13, verse 4, and it reads, "And they worship the dragon who gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven." And okay, the beast is going into NATO and the EU, all right, which is basically the two agencies that are the organizations that are in control of Esau Edom's New World Agenda, the Great Reset, and the like. Okay, so continue from verse 6. "And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations." And this is going into Esau Edom's rulership, how he gained rulership, and the blasphemy being going into the book of Job 9, verse 24. "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges thereof." So the primary, all right, way in which Esau Edom blasphemes the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is by first and foremost, changing their image, the image of the Most High, which is a so-called black man, okay, a Judite, and making him appear as an Edomite and changing his name and causing all the nations to worship that, going into Serapis Christus and Cesare Borgia. So from verse 7 now, "And it was given unto him to make war." So okay, I already read that part. So now let me get the main point, okay? Revelation 13, and I will start from verse 16. Revelation 13, verse 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And this is going into the MOTB, okay? The Lemarcus, which is that microchip, because right now, as Easter is preparing to start pushing that chip right there, okay, that potato chip, okay, there, YouTube is starting to censor, videos coming out speaking about this thing, okay, speaking about what it is, the MOTB, the that is prophesied to come in the scriptures. So now we have to use code when we are talking about it. But the reason why we are attributing this MOTB, this chip, to the digital currency is because the digital naira, okay, the federal, the CB, right, the central bank digital currencies that are being developed by these different nations, the information concerning the information has to be stored somewhere, stored in a digital wallet. All right. But let me get the next part, and it will explain perfectly why we attribute the creation of digital currencies to the mark of the beast. From verse 17 now, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." And basically, what this is going into is that, when this digital currency is used to replace the current fiat currency. If you don't have the MOTB, if you're not, chipped up, is if you don't, if you're not with the mandate the way that it is with the stabs right now, then you cannot buy, you cannot sell, you cannot go to restaurants, you can't get a job, you can't do nothing, all right? Unless you go to one of those chipping stations and you get yourself plugged up, okay? And you go into the Lemarcus, you go into what it entails, and it shows you all these different things that you can do, unlock your doors, store your medical information, store your financial information, store various the things concerning you, all right? Even to the point of being able to if affect your biology, all right? Make that's going into the miracles that the beast will perform. Okay, we're talking about making the blind see through Neuralink brain chips, curing Alzheimer's and dementia through those Neuralink brain chips. Okay, and these are the kind of things that Esau will do. He promise you like just the same way that he did with the Maxine Waters. Okay, told you what 91% effectiveness, but you never talk about all the people that are dropping dead because of it. And it's the same with this Lemarcus. He'll tell you about all the great things about it, but he'll tell you to ignore that it is that it is written of in prophecy and that the Most High has warned you that you should not take that mark. Okay. So now let me get this as well. Revelation the 14th chapter, because the Most High is not dealing with anybody that takes that mark. So this is the book of Revelation. So I'm looking for here it is, Revelation 14, verse 9, and it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." Right? So the Most High is not dealing with anybody that takes that mark, and if you take it, you're going to eat a missile or a laser beam from the chariots. And this is going into future prophecy, going into things that are sure to come, because Esau Edom is going to use these digital currencies that he's developing right now for these different nations to push his MOTB. Right? This is part of his, like I said, the gradualism, because this is how he starts it. First, because this is how he starts it. He's building up the technology, he's building up the framework, the architecture to support his bit system, and then eventually, the crowning jewel of that system is the Marcos. Okay, and that's why the MOTB is a huge deal in prophecy. Everybody knows about it because it's something because that is one of the most important pressure points in prophecy, all right, that has to be fulfilled, that must be fulfilled before we can be delivered out of this place. So with that, I'm going to end the video right here. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahwashai, Bahasham, Achach, Wadash, Wa Abad Babal. And through the Spirit, I hope you act, may you acquire, were edified. Shalom.